Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be doing this video. We are giving you today my top 10 before the live shows. This was not an easy task to do. I am gonna be honest with you. I was sitting there listening to the songs on Spotify, just deciding, oh gosh, who's going where, giving those placements was not easy at all. I struggled. I'm gonna be honest. I really struggled to give you the top 10. So I went on Spotify and I listened to the songs individually. I was really paying attention on the vocal capabilities, originality, how interesting the genre is, what did they do, was it quite poppy and quite common, something that we heard before, so would that really be my top 10? I was really focusing on the songwriting part of it and the overall energy of the song and how it influences my ears rather than my eyes. I'm gonna be giving you my top 10 of the songs that I genuinely feel like I would be listening to. You might be surprised that your country is not here. This is because I didn't include the live shows or national finals into my decision. This will probably be so different to when the live shows come out, because my opinion, for example, would be very, very different to a Poland song when I see it live compared to when I just listen it on Spotify. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Everyone has a different taste. Everyone has different flavors of sound that they enjoy. So let's make sure that we appreciate each other's flavors and we don't push our opinion onto someone else's. This might not be your top 10, but this is just my top 10. So yours might be completely different, which is why please comment down below your top 10 right now. We're going to be starting off with a number 10. This was the hardest decision to make because I had to get rid of the songs that I think deserved to be in the top 10 and kind of are on the same level with this position. I still look at this and I still think, is it top 10? Is it my number 10? But I keep getting this song stuck in my head and I keep singing it. Tutti Italia, tutti Italia, tutti Italia. So I keep singing that song and I know that a lot of people don't consider this to be the winner, but I think this song is quite catchy and it will be played in a lot of parties, especially in Italian communities or Italian speaking clubs. So listening back to it, I remember it really, really well and I could sing it back and I know that it's quite catchy. So this is why number 10 goes to San Marino. Okay, the next one might be quite a shocker for a lot of you because I know some people express that they don't really understand why I keep hyping up this song. However, I do think that when it comes to songwriting and the pop music, this song is quite mainstream, so I enjoy it. I like it. I could listen to it on my Spotify and not skip it, if that makes sense. So the number 9 goes to Armenia. I really like Park and I really like the song Survivor. I think it is quite a powerful song in my opinion. I do like it. I feel like I could put the song for my gym playlist. I could really boost my mood up, feel like I can go and do those sit-ups, do those push-ups. The production was very, very well made for this song. So the next one, I feel like it's going to be controversial because people are going to be saying you only gave that place because you live there. No, I actually think that it is a very catchy song and I keep singing it. I keep singing it and I keep vocalizing it and I keep trying to do harmonies for this song and I keep remembering it and I remember it. Does that make sense? When I look back at 37 songs, I remember this song. What the hell just happened deserves the number 8 in my opinion, and United Kingdom did bring something that I think is what the UK music is all about, and they are representing themselves exactly what I would say that UK sounds like, because this type of music is very, very British and pop. I mean pop British. Please don't go at me. All right, the next song, I didn't know if I want to position it in my top 10 at first because was it the hype? Was it the hype that got me? Was it because everyone is liking this song because a lot of people watched the video, there's a lot of views, there's a lot of listeners? Was it that really put this song for me at number 7? But then I listened back on Spotify. It's really good quality. It's very catchy. I do remember the song pretty well. I remember the whole sauna situation. I do remember it. Yeah. Sweden, you are my number 7. It is quite unique for Sweden to do something like this, and they are taking a new direction, which we applaud you, and we're really happy to see that you are doing something different this year. And maybe when the live shows come, you might be even higher than number 7. But right now, that's where you are. All right, this one is quite a dark horse in my opinion, just because I didn't expect to like this song this much, but listening back to it, I really like it. The only problem to me is that it sounds very similar to another song that we have in this competition, and it has literally structure-wise very similar structure to that other song. I wasn't sure if I should place it number 6, but I just thought, okay, I actually really liked the sound and the quality of the singer, and I really liked what they did on the songwriting part. With that being said, Czechia has my number 6. I really like what they did with the whole production on the music video. I really liked the sound. I really liked the idea. I loved how they played around with it. I quite like the song. I wouldn't say I have this as my favorite, and I think this could drop down when the live shows come up, because I don't know what they're going to do when it comes to the live show, but I hope it still stays quite intriguing to me. We're approaching number 5. That means we only have 5 more songs to name. And this is going to be, again, quite controversial for you, but the top 5 was the easiest for me. I was really clear with these songs. I could remember them. I really liked them. So number 5 goes to Germany. I really liked Germany's song. I think it's very Gen Z or new generation. I think that a lot of younger people watching Eurovision are gonna love this song, and it's gonna do very well on TikTok. The only concern for me is that the live shows weren't the best, but I am not considering that, because if I were to consider live shows, I would not put Germany in there. I would probably put them under the top 10, because I know that that could really ruin their odds based on the national finals. But I'm rooting for Germany. I think they have a really, really cool song. Okay, so my number 4 goes to Australia. I know this is a milkshake man. Yes, a milkshake man. Surprising, but it is my number 4, because I think Australia is doing something really, really cool here as well. Really unusual, quite double meaning song, but not too crazy. But it is what I'm excited about. I'm really excited about the song, the same as I was excited about Yo's song last year. We don't know what's going to be on stage, but I just hope there's going to be a lot of milkshake, like prop milkshakes, or like cows with milks walking. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be something that we might not really expect to see, or it could be quite funny. And when it comes to songwriting, that song is very, very well written. The quality, the production, I love the production on that song. I love the instruments that they use. I love the old school vibe to it, but still merging with the modern music, and it's just blended so well. I truly think they did a great job when it comes to writing the song. So now it's all up to them with a live show on what they're gonna do. So the next one, the number 3, yes, we are a top 3 now. Might be surprising to people who are watching my channel and who's been following my journey, because I was quite vocal about this country and what I think about it. And people might think I didn't like the song, and they might think I wasn't a fan of it, but actually I'm a big fan of the song, and I think that this person has one of the most memorable and most talked about song, which is why Malta, yes, serving, you are my number 3, and I think you're gonna do quite a show for sure. I literally envision this being quite dramatic, very diva-like, very, oh yeah. Right, this is it, top 2. Oh, this was between this song and my number 1. I didn't know where to place either of the songs, and again, the number 2 might be quite surprising, because I have been very vocal about the song, and people might be surprised that I put it number 2. However, we're talking just about the sound, the quality, the catchiness of the song, the Spotify kind of element here. We're talking about just the audio, not the performance. With that in mind, I think that Tommy Cash deserves my number 2. So Estonia, you are my number 2 because I know that song probably the best out of all of the songs. I can sing it. I know how it starts. I know the lyrics to it. I know the melody to it. Yeah, I remember that song the most out of all of them. That's why I think that Tommy has a very, very high potential. And I have said that before. They have very high potential to win the competition, but their live performances have been really dragging them down. I think if they sort it out, we are potentially looking at the winner here. Let me know what you think, if you agree or disagree. Oh, and finally, my number 1. I'm so surprised again that this is my number 1, but by just listening back to it, this is a very, very well written song. I would say masterpiece when it comes to songwriting and the element of how well emotionally affects the listeners, how it makes everyone silent, just being there like, I'm listening. You know, I'm listening to the song because I pay attention to when this song comes up on my playlist, and I pay attention to the sound, the quality, the vocals, the voice. Everything in there is really, really good. So my number 1 goes to Austria. JJ, I think you have the strongest song in the competition when it comes to vocals. I think you have the biggest potential here to wow people. My concern is that people might compare this to Switzerland. We are aware that there were some performances that weren't the best, so we don't know how this is going to go for JJ. However, when it comes to the quality of the song, this is the strongest song in my opinion. This song has a wow factor, has a very strong songwriting, and most importantly, the most interesting, captivating vocals on the record that I heard. Again, this is just the audio. Live shows are coming up literally next week. This all can change. The performances are going to be the decider of the overall top 10 for me. Most of you might disagree with my top 10, and that's absolutely okay, and I completely get it. I completely get it because we are all very, very different. Now, I do believe that these countries I'm going to name next deserve to be my top 10. I truly do believe that. Honorable mentions, countries that potentially going to wow us with the performances, and that's why I didn't put them in the top 10 because I think they're okay. I wouldn't listen to them as much as I mentioned the other ones, but the performance is what, boosts them up every time. And those countries are big shout out to Poland, big shout out to Spain, big shout out to Norway. I do think that you all do absolutely incredible. Big shout out to Ukraine. Ukraine, you have such an interesting song, so unique, so musically challenging. I know how hard it would be to perform that song, to play all those chords, progressions, different harmonies. It's just very complex, really, really interesting song. And I also want to give a shout out to Ireland. I quite enjoyed listening back to that song, and I wanted to put them in my top 10, but I was thinking, I don't know. I feel like it sounds cool, but we might have heard this before. The reason why I really liked her song is because, like a party, she has such a interesting tone of her voice, and I was considering to put her in my top 10 as well. I expect the countries that I mentioned just to either do very, very well in live shows, or if they don't do really well in live shows, then unfortunately we will be very surprised, very, very surprised what's going on there. That is my top 10, guys, before the live shows. I'm so excited to see all of the performances. Thank you again for hanging out with me. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you very soon.